what's up? This is your girl Diamond. I moseyed myself on down to the capital of these here United States to march at the National Trans Visibility March on Washington this past weekend on September the 28th. I was down there as a photographer, as transmedia, as black transmedia, taking pictures and enjoying all the festivities. I was representing myself, my podcast, Marsha's Plate. I am a board member of the Black Trans Women's Inc. and a board member of Trans Faith. So I was representing all of those organizations that I hold dear to my heart. But I also was representing all my sisters who have passed away, who we were marching for. I was representing all my trans sisters and brothers and siblings who never got the chance to fully live in their truth. I was representing my ancestors like Marie Preston and Audre Lorde, who marched on Washington decades before I did. So I wanted to share some of the greatest moments of my experience with you. I did an article for Ms.Vixen magazine, which is a magazine that centers black femmes. I posted all of the pictures that I took. It's like 180 or something like that. I posted that on my Marsha's Plates Facebook page. It is a whole album of amazing pictures of beautiful trans people from the Torch Gala and from the actual march itself. And the link is going to be on the bottom once you get done watching the rest of this video. Right now, I'm going to show you the video of the amazing Angelica Ross and the powerful Ashley Marie Preston. So, let's get started.
I made sure that when I knew this march was happening, I turned to my sister. I was like, sister, are you going to the march? She was like, well, I'm really busy. I'm on TV talking to the Young Turks, and I'm talking to people and getting our word out there. I was like, yes, sister, please do that in the media. But we need your voice here at the Trans March because you are important. So I want to just lend a couple of my minutes, give away my time to my sister. Let's welcome her to the stage, Ashley Marie Preston.
Keep this very short. For some of you who don't know me, I'm the auntie who doesn't always get invited to the family function. Because I'm the auntie that's going to tell you when your chicken is soggy, your cornbread is stale, and your greens are bland. Because I'm the auntie that knows that we can't heal what we don't reveal. I'm the auntie that knows what Audre Lorde said to be true, that master's tools won't always dismantle master's house. I'm the auntie that know that I am the descendant of brick throwers. Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera have laid the foundation that many of us benefit from today. We need to put more respect on the people who don't have college degrees. We need to put respect on the people who are sex workers, who are in the trenches, who are showing up and they're putting their bodies and their health on the line. We need to take back our narrative. We are not victims. We are not statistics. We are not tragedies. We are waiting to thrive, and this is our best year yet because we aren't here simply to be visible. We are here to be victorious. So when we move forward today, let us press forward with purpose. Let us press forward with passion, and let us know that the fight has just begun. So if you are a girl that's hipped in with heels, I hope you brought flats. Because we're here to get messy, we're here to get real, we're here to get honest, but more importantly, we are here to save lives. Give yourselves a round of applause. Listen, that's how you do it right there. And that's how we share the mic. You understand what I'm saying? When you recognize the fire in your sisters and you know they got something to say and you know they're going to say it right and you know they're not going to care about respectability politics,
Pass the mic, sweetie. Pass the mic. I want to thank you all for just inviting me here and for showing up. I have to tell you, as soon as I landed, my eyes were filled with tears because I could not believe how beautiful everyone looked that came together. People come from far and wide to let people know that we are here to show up and show out. I know that this march has been trying to happen for a couple years now. And I want to stand here and apologize to you for not standing up sooner, for not coming here sooner, because people reached out to me and they were like, Angelica, we want to do this march a couple years ago. And I was like, listen, I don't want to be the lightning rod, because I know as soon as somebody says my name, there's going to be trauma. People, some of us don't like each other. We don't like when this person's doing that. We don't like when this person's doing that. But I told myself, I said, regardless of what the situation is, I'm here to love on my community and support my community and show that I'm here. So I'm willing to do the work. I want to uplift our elders, those who know that there's a lot going on in our community, and I want our elders to come together and say, baby. Our elders to show our youth how to hold their power, how to wield their power, and not burn themselves up in the process. Because we need you here. We need to not be fighting each other. I'm talking about racial justice and trans justice, and we are fighting for trans justice, meanwhile fighting in our own black community. We are fighting our own black cis-het counterparts to understand that being black and being trans are not mutually exclusive. And so we find that we are having a fight in our own community, but it doesn't stop there. Because many of you know that just within the LGBT community, scratch that, just within the trans community, scratch that, just within the trans people of color community, that we have got to heal. We have got to learn not to come from a place of trauma with each other. We have got to learn that when one girl succeeds, it's not a trickle-down effect. No, it don't automatically affect us. But we know that there's one more of us in the space that can do something. Yes, hold the people who we lift up into these spaces, hold us accountable. I welcome you to hold me accountable. Because those of you who have known me before American Horror Story, before Pose, before Claws, let me do my resume, before Transparent, before Doubt on CBS, I mean, you know, y'all knew I was doing workshops, leadership workshops with the National Trans LGBTQ company, with HRC, with all these companies, even when they weren't prioritizing us. I was there. And Chicago, oh, somebody threw out that one. When I worked at Chicago House in the Trans Life Center. I've always been here. And I've always also been a creative. And what I want all of us to understand is that I know you have dreams. And I know that our dreams didn't always include the battle. I want us to get to a time where we can put down our armor and return to our field of dreams. Because there are things that we were meant to do that aren't just about fighting. We have talent. Some of us have spiritual talent and power. But I want you to focus on building that power and building that talent, and know that you can do advocacy work from wherever you are. But that activism and advocacy, as many of us know, don't pay. It just don't. Maybe it does $10 to $12 an hour sometimes, right? But even those girls don't even have a lot of decision-making power because they're put into coordinator positions. They're not put into management or director-level positions. But we're in the building. And what I want us to do is learn how to do a strategy that is from the inside out. That we don't look at each other as enemies, but we know, okay, that girl's on the inside, I'm working on the outside, rattling the cage, but we are working together. And I want you to please understand, be willing to do the work. Being trans is not enough. Listen, so many people, they want to say, listen, well, I got a story to tell too, because I've been on the street. I say, hey, I did too. Let me remind you, I was sucking dick in the margins too.
Hey, come on now.
Let me remind you, I was shaking my itty bitties on the website too. But instead of being exploited on these websites, I learned how to run the website. That's my vision with TransTech and with working with folks. Listen, we're underfunded. We are underfunded, so we do as much as we possibly can do. But please, let's not tear our sisters down that stand up to do something. Because we have to know they don't have the same funding as these other organizations have. These girls are doing the best that they can do with what they were given. Some of these girls are opening up their kitchens and their homes and feeding the girls, and that's all that they can do, but that's enough.
Yeah.
Because somebody's willing to do something. And I just want to encourage you all to do something. Don't just talk about it, be about it. I know that there's a fever pitch right now. When people see me on TV, there's a fever pitch. And girls are like, I want to be on TV now. I want to do this too, and I want to do this, and I want to affirm you that you can be anything that you want to be. But you're going to have to start somewhere. Okay? We all got to start somewhere. If you want to sing, baby, sing at that bar mitzvah. If you want to sing, baby, sing in that choir. Build that resume. And so that when you walk into a building and you walk into a position, you know that you're there for more than just being trans. Because you know that's what they're trying to do to us, to tokenize us. I've been there. But when you are more than trans, they cannot deny the power that you hold. So when you walk into an office position, please know how to type. Please know the minimum qualifications for the job. Because what we know is there are people within our community that do have the qualifications. Please let them do the work. If you ain't got it, girl, stand out the way. Move out the way. And in the meantime, get yourself somewhere where we can support and help you and build you up so that you do have the analysis to walk into that space. We want you walking into spaces prepared. We want you to conquer. We want us to win together. So today, I'm with Lynn Morrison. I want us to call a truce. If I've offended you, I want us to call a truce. To call a truce, Lynn Morrison. I felt you when you said that. Because when I set foot on here, all I could hear was, well, I don't deal with that bitch. And I don't deal with her. And I don't talk to her. Well, how do you expect that we are going to get free without talking to one another? We got to put our egos aside. Listen, we all been doing this work without pay, without recognition. And then a couple of us have been tokenized for the pay, and then made to look like we got some kind of freedom, but let you know, they ain't got it either.
Come on now.
But when you speak truth to power, whether you are paid to or not, that is the place to come from. I wanted people to know their power. They cannot give it to you, and they cannot take it away. So I just want to say, TransTech is here for you. We are an organization that is only about the people. I, as CEO and founder, have still yet to take a salary, and I won't now because the girl got her other bag. I got the other bag. And still use that bag to fund the things of TransTech. I'm asking for your support, and what that looks like is that I know that every one of you has something to offer. Every one of you has something to teach. Every one of you can make space at your table. Create a table and make space for your brothers and sisters. Let's stand in solidarity with our trans brothers. Listen, I love my sisters Janet Mock. I love my sisters Laverne Cox. I love all my trans sisters out here doing it for the culture. But while because we got a culture that's fixated on controlling women. So that's a lot of reason why they're fixated on controlling trans women and our narrative and giving us this spotlight and killing us in this spotlight. But while we hold this spotlight, let's make sure that we lift up everyone in this community because we are all being affected by this. And we can all find a way to stand up and support each other. Right? Amen. So I want you to repeat after me. I am here. I am here. Yes, ma'am.
So, since I'm back and I'm trying to do this thing right, if you would like to support out of the kindness of your dear heart, my Patreon link will be in the bottom and my PayPal and anything like that. If you are struggling and you can't donate, girl, I totally understand. I've been there too. You can also donate in a non-monetary way by sharing my videos, by subscribing, by liking and commenting. That all is something that I appreciate.